It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another episode of Hood Tales. In this video, let's take it to Memphis, Tennessee to discuss the case that left an entire community and family devastated and wanting justice after they lost their beloved matriarch and most devoted advocate. This is the story of Dr. Yvonne Nelson and Tiffany Wright, and a late-night confrontation between them that ended in tragedy. But before we get into this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Stay tuned until the end to hear the full story. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. In Memphis, Tennessee, few people were as dedicated to their community as Dr. Yvonne Denise Nelson. To understand the heartbeat of the Whitehaven community in Memphis, you had to know Dr. Nelson. She wasn't just a resident, she was an institution. For more than 3 decades, Dr. Nelson operated as a relentless shield for her neighborhood. She was a brilliant, proud, eccentric, and deeply spiritual woman who many described as larger than life. When she walked into a room, change followed. As the long-standing president of the Whitehaven Community Development Corporation for 25 years, a commissioner of Memphis City Beautiful, and the executive director of the anti-dumping nonprofit MyZip, her mission was clear: challenge racial, economic, and environmental injustice. Whether she was successfully stopping massive industrial factories from moving into residential zones, tackling illegal trash dumping, or holding local grocery stores accountable for the quality of the food they served Memphis families, she was there. Her philosophy was rooted in protecting the basic human rights of the most vulnerable. She was a graduate of Lemoyne-Owen College who went on to earn her doctorate from Capella University, even serving as an editor for the neighborhood's local publication. But beyond the titles, she was a mother to 2 children, a brand new grandmother, and a mentor to many. Those who loved her said she was always on the side of right. If you called her, she came. On the other side of this story is Tiffany Wright. At 32 years old, Tiffany's life looked vastly different from the public, politically connected world of Dr. Nelson. Tiffany was a mother of 5 children. According to her family, she was a good person who had never found herself entangled with the law. She had no prior history of legal trouble, living a relatively quiet life focused on her household. But behind the scenes, a financial connection existed between these 2 women. Though Dr. Nelson's own daughter didn't know who Tiffany was, an unresolved dispute regarding money was quietly simmering between them. 2 entirely different worlds, one a celebrated elder activist, the other a mother of 5 with a clean record, were slowly drawing closer to a devastating crossroad. What makes the timing of this story so difficult is that Dr. Nelson had just finished fighting for her life in a completely different way. In October of 2021, she fell severely ill. Her family recalls her being on her 11th hour, facing astronomical odds. Yet true to her resilient nature, she defied the medical predictions and staged a miraculous comeback. Her recovery journey over the next several months was a testament to her willpower. She was actively recovering from a stroke, dealing with lingering neurological challenges, but absolutely nothing could stop her from serving her community. Her mentees noted that whether she was down and out or physically weak, she was going to show up for the youth. As a possible testament to celebrate her renewed lease on life and her mobility, Dr. Nelson treated herself to a milestone purchase around June or July of 2022, a newer model Black Infiniti sedan. It was likely a symbol of her independence and motivation to keep her moving forward. She had so much life left to live. In fact, on a bright Saturday morning in mid-August, she was organizing a trip for 25 local youth to visit the Slave Haven Underground Railroad Museum, hoping lessons from history would inspire their present lives. Logistical issues, however, postponed the trip by 1 week. Sadly, next week would never come. It was late Saturday night, August 13th, 2022. Just after 11 p.m., Dr. Nelson drove her black Infiniti to a commercial strip in the 5100 block of Yale Road near Covington Pike. There, outside a local convenience store, she crossed paths with Tiffany Wright. The entire interaction was captured entirely on nearby surveillance cameras. The footage shows a highly tense, heated verbal altercation between the two women. The argument, which authorities later confirmed stemmed entirely from that dispute over money, quickly escalated. As the tension peaked, the video captured Tiffany backing away from Dr. Nelson. Suddenly, Tiffany discharges a warning round directly into the asphalt, a visible puff of smoke rising where the projectile strikes the ground. Instead of retreating, Dr. Nelson, who was completely unarmed, continues stepping forward toward Tiffany. In those chaotic split seconds, the situation takes a tragic turn. Tiffany fires multiple times, inflicting fatal injuries upon the 60-year-old activist before stepping into Dr. Nelson's black Infiniti sedan and speeding away into the night. When first responders arrived, Dr. Nelson had injuries to her face and neck. She was pronounced gone at the scene. Initially, because witnesses reported the suspect fleeing in a black Infiniti, the community feared she was the victim of a random carjacking, a fear that was amplified because a beloved local pastor had suffered that exact fate in her own driveway just weeks prior. But within days, investigators clarified this was not a random theft. They knew exactly who they were looking for. Dr. Nelson's passing sent shockwaves through Memphis. Her peers lamented that a woman who fought so hard to solve neighborhood crime had lost her life to it. Meanwhile, Tiffany was on the run. The U.S. Marshals Service launched a search, capturing her 9 days later in Memphis at 2 a.m. on August 23rd. Originally, Tiffany was processed on a second-degree charge for taking someone's life. However, during a preliminary hearing, her legal team successfully argued that the surveillance video showed Tiffany backing up and attempting warning steps, suggesting an element of self-defense. The charges were reduced to voluntary manslaughter, and in September 2022, Tiffany was released on a $25,000 bond. In May of 2025, Dr. Nelson was honored by the state of Tennessee for her accomplishments and devoted work in the community. Almost 4 years later, in April 2026, the case eventually went before a full jury trial. Prosecutors presented the digital surveillance and tracking evidence, while Tiffany's defense maintained she acted out of fear and self-protection. Ultimately, the jury rejected the self-defense claim. They found Tiffany Wright guilty of the second-degree offense. At her sentencing hearing on June 15, 2026, emotional testimonies filled the courtroom. Dr. Nelson's daughter took the stand, presenting the state plaque her mother had won, expressing the deep trauma of losing a parent so brutally. Tiffany and her mother both addressed the court, offering apologies but maintaining it was an act of survival. The judge, however, pointed out Tiffany's complete lack of empathy on the surveillance tape after the event, stating she left a human being to expire as if she were worthless. The judge handed down the maximum sentence, 25 years behind bars with zero eligibility for probation or parole, requiring 100% of the time to be served. Wow, fam, this is such a sad story. May Dr. Yvonne Nelson continue to rest in peace. My deepest condolences go out to the family, friends, and the entire city of Memphis who are still navigating the immense void left by Dr. Yvonne Nelson. Her 30-year legacy of cleaning up neighborhoods, inspiring youth, and standing up to massive corporations ensures she will never be forgotten. But a case like this leaves us with heavy questions about human interaction and conflict. When an argument escalates to a point of no return, where does accountability truly begin? Did the presence of a weapon escalate a financial dispute into an absolute tragedy? Or do you believe, as the defense argue, that fear can dictate an irreversible reaction? How should a community balance the loss of such a legendary advocate with a mother of 5 now serving a quarter of a century behind bars? Do you believe the jury reached the correct verdict? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of Hood Tales. Thank you so much for watching. If this story moved you, consider liking and sharing. Be sure to subscribe for more stories like this. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 Times. Until next time.